How does IP protection work in SaaS proof of concept? Imagine you're developing a new software solution and want to show it to a potential client without risking your secret sauce getting out. That's where protecting your intellectual property during a SaaS proof of concept becomes essential. When a company offers a software as a service trial, they need to make sure their proprietary technology stays safe while the client evaluates it. This process involves a mix of legal agreements and technical safeguards. First, both parties usually sign non-disclosure agreements, which are legal contracts that prevent either side from sharing or using confidential information outside the scope of the trial. These agreements clearly state what information is protected and the consequences if someone breaches the rules. Next, the trial is often set up in a separate environment called a sandbox or test environment. This isolated space limits access to only authorized users, reducing the chance of copying or reverse engineering the software. The contractual terms also specify who owns the intellectual property rights. Usually, the SaaS provider keeps ownership of the software itself, while the client gets limited, temporary rights to test it. These terms often include details about what happens after the trial ends, such as whether the client can buy a license or must delete all copies of the software. To protect the code itself, providers might encrypt or obfuscate the software, making it harder for someone to understand or duplicate the underlying technology. During the trial, dummy data or anonymized information is used instead of real business or employee data. This keeps sensitive information safe while still allowing the client to test the software's features. The trial period is also kept short, usually between 1 and 3 months, to limit exposure. Once the trial is over, the contract will specify whether the client can continue using the software through licensing or if they must stop and destroy any copies. These measures work together to keep the SaaS provider's innovations secure during the evaluation phase. They help avoid disputes over who owns what and prevent unauthorized use or copying of the software. Clear legal agreements combined with technical controls like restricted access, encryption, and dummy data form a strong shield around intellectual property during a proof of concept. This way, both sides can focus on assessing the software without risking the loss of valuable proprietary information.